What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Profab Headers and Exhausts, and Earl Ramey Racing Engines. What is up? I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up?
And, I might have had you muted there.
I'm Sterling. What's up?
Oh, that now, there we go.
Can you hear me now? I'm Sterling, by the way. Here we go.
My bad.
You're good.
My bad. And Connor is on his way. So, far as I know. So anyway, well, cool. Glad to have everybody with us tonight. Thank you for joining us. What's up with you?
Man, I don't know it, man. Still running crazy and finishing up some last minute things before the 16th. It's just getting here pretty close. Had a little weekend off. Took a break from it all and went to Texas last week.
Tejas.
It was that was fun. Had a good time there and really cool experience at the Metallica concert. So we both enjoyed that and man, it was hot there, buddy. We talk about heat here. As a whole, it's like an oven. It's literally like you open an oven and it hits you in the face.
Oh, I bet.
It was hot.
I bet.
Very hot.
So y'all was in the stadium. They had good air conditioning in there?
It wasn't bad in the stadium at all. I mean, but anywhere outside was ridiculous. We were out at 10:30 at night. It was 101. So being out at night and being that hot, it was kind of crazy. So. But anyway, we had a good time. It was a quick little trip, but we had a good time. We enjoyed it.
Well, good. How was the rest of your week?
It's been good. Yeah, it was good. Worked a lot this past weekend. Got all the board work. Uncle Jeff came and he helped. We got all the board work done inside the barn, and which was about a 13-hour day, I think it was. So, yeah, it was a lot of work for sure. So, but we got that done. They got all the stain work done. Mary Stevens been working on that for seems like forever now. But yeah, that's about a half a mile of fence front and back. So there's a lot of stain work to be done. So
yeah,
she's glad to be done with that. So yeah, we're just moving on to the final things now, and I'll be glad when we can actually go out there and enjoy it, not work every time we go there. So yeah, it's been good. But how was yours?
It's been good. It's been hot. Didn't have a whole lot going on. Just kind of chilled out around the house and, got some stuff done. And I ain't really done a whole lot, really. But then this past Friday, I had a wedding rehearsal to go to. Saturday had the wedding to go to. Man, I'm going to tell you what. We was out at Cabin at Old Spur, which we've done. Mm-hmm. Seems like 1,000 times.
Yes.
Nice venue, but nothing is inside. There's Connor. What's up? But nothing at all is inside. And it's something else. I was worried because I looked all week about how hot it was supposed to be.
Right.
And I was like, man, this is gonna be
miserable.
This is gonna be rough. Friday evening come, it was hot out there, but they got some cloud cover a little bit out there. So I was like, okay, whatever, all good. I wasn't out there long. Just kind of went through the ceremony and jumped back in the truck, came home. Saturday, Landon went and helped me. We got out there, I don't know, probably 15, 20 minutes to 4. Wedding was at 6. Well, we get out there, we got everything pretty much out the trailer, get it all under the, it's like a barn type
pole
thing.
Barn.
Pole barn.
Just
no
open.
sides.
Right.
They do have sides that slide, like vinyl sliding sides, but you don't want them in the summertime. That is for winter purposes only.
Yes.
Because they get hot in there. And, well, by that time, all of a sudden I start hearing sound like thunder. I knew it was supposed to come up a storm, but it looked like it was supposed to be later. Well, all of a sudden, it got windy, and it started raining. And this was at like, I don't know, probably 4:30. And like it got so windy, there was a stack of plates sitting there. And it picked up the entire stack of plates and just threw them through the whole yard. And I was like, ooh, that's not good.
No, that don't look good.
This
not
was
promising
not
for
good
outside
enough.
wedding.
No. And it rained, it hailed, it did everything.
Was that Saturday?
Yeah. And about that time, it was 5:15-ish, 5:30-ish, somewhere right in there. About the time that I needed to head over to the ceremony area and be set up. And I was like, all right, well, let's see if we can go. It drizzled a little bit. Never rained no more. Even though looking at the radar, it was supposed to be raining.
Yeah.
But it didn't rain. So they were very fortunate.
Very much so, yeah.
Because I told them, I was like, you know, and I hate to be like that, but if it starts raining, I got to go.
Yeah. Audio equipment and weather don't go together too good.
Nah, audio equipment and water and wind, nah, not good.
No.
Not good. So, but anyway, got it done. It was late night. I think we got home about 12:15. I mean, it wasn't awful, but
Still pretty late.
Yeah.
late enough. Sunday went to church and came over here with Mom and Dad's and watched the ARCA race, watched the truck race, and chilled out. That's about it. What about you, Connor?
I didn't have a whole lot going on this weekend.
Nothing this weekend? How's
Watched
school
some racing.
been?
It's been pretty good. It really it hadn't been too bad so far. I like the early dismissal thing, so that's good. But
Thanks. He's something now. Getting out all early and stuff.
well, I had another class that started today. The
really?
English class didn't start till today, so I've got plenty.
High school English or
No, it's on
or
the tech,
dual
the dual credit, yeah, online thing. It just started till today.
Oh, it's
so
online?
So I'm doing 2 online classes right now. So it's still. But,
gotcha.
Yep.
Is that keeping you busy?
Yeah, pretty busy. Busy enough.
Having fun?
Oh yeah. So far,
chilled out weekend.
yeah. That really, not a whole lot happening.
No, how about that?
Yeah.
No, how about that?
Watch some racing.
There was some racing on, and bunch going on with that. Bunch going on here. We'll say real quick, it's Darlington week.
Yes, sir.
It is Darlington week.
First race of the playoffs.
First race of the playoffs. We got a bunch to talk about going into all that. One thing I do want to put out there real quick. There was supposed to be a race at Florence Motor Speedway coming up Wednesday night. There was supposed to be. Today, as of today, they canceled. Well, postpone/cancel because they postponed the race pretty much until Friday night. We were supposed to have a race over there Friday night anyway. We were supposed to race Wednesday and Friday. Well, they took everything and just combined it all into Friday night, which is going to be
that's a packed
a
schedule.
long one. But I'd rather do it on Friday night than Wednesday night anyway.
Yeah.
So
you'll have 2 features.
Yeah, Legends and Bandoleros both will have double features. They changed up the schedule some.
Yeah.
But
Still, I think it's going to be hard to park around there if he has the late models that he says he is.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have some big legend fields
We might be
to go
parked
along
out
with that.
in the outside field.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Get
But
there early.
I actually,
hopefully the water's dried. I hope if it's not, if we get a lot of rain Wednesday,
The infield's going to be
That's what I was
tough.
gonna say.
it better be a hot day Thursday or something to dry
yeah,
up.
we supposed to have
Well, I saw the
hurricane,
radar.
tropical storm,
Yeah.
something like that.
And one of the models said we were going to get like 1 to 3 inches. The other model said like 5 to 8. So
Yeah,
5 to 8 is going to be a little tough.
And I
over
can tell
there.
you this: there's a spot on the front straightaway, and it's right when you pretty much about time you let off at Florence to enter one.
Is
And
it
always
is
there's
it a
constantly-
weeper?
Yeah, there is a weeper. There's a weeper there, and if you let off or touch the brake at the wrong time, it likes to.
It don't like it. Yeah.
It'll get your attention.
Oh yeah,
You ever done that, Connor?
yeah. I have.
I think so, 'cause I've done it a few times. I was just hoping I wasn't the only one. But I think it's gonna work out better. I do, because there's people coming in town for Darlington, coming into the race.
Spectator wise, I think it'll be a
I
lot
agree with
better.
that.
Yeah, now
I might want to
infield
cut the
wise.
classes out.
Whew, yeah, it might. But I mean, I can understand it.
Hey, we'll go with it. It'll be
Are they going to start early or is it going to be a
6:45 features.
Yeah, pretty much
That's what
normal
I
time.
saw.
okay?
Normal time is what we typically run on like Saturday night. So Yeah.
They gonna run timed races for
the Bandoleros and Legends
They'll be
are both timed.
So that's really not going to add too much if it's just adding two
No,
races.
but
It's
we all know
still-
how the late model race can get
I
because
say if the late model gets rough,
That's right.
but
because they're running
well,
first part of the
Yeah.
late model feature, taking the kind of midway break, I guess it is.
Well, it's like 97.53.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
97.53. So a 3/4 mark almost,
Yeah.
or 2/3 mark almost. That they're stopping, and during that intermission, they're running the first Bandolero feature, which actually kind of works out good anyway because they
Yeah,
run a 15-minute
yeah.
race. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a 15-minute break anyway, or what typically would be 15, 20 minutes. And so, I think they got the time limit set at 20 minutes.
I think
it's-
15 minutes.
Is it 15 minutes? Yeah.
And they set a hard time limit on that one, I think.
Yeah.
So
They might not get but 2 laps in.
that is very possible. That is possible. I've seen it happen.
That's right.
But I think it's gonna be a good time over there if nothing else. A lot of racing to be had over there. So everybody just coming in town for Darlington, coming to stay the weekend. If you going out there setting your camper up on Friday and hanging out and everything, right on over to Florence Motor Speedway.
For sure.
20-minute ride down the road.
Not far at all.
Um,
And there's probably going to be some big names trying to set the pole for the 400 at the end of the year.
Chase Briscoe.
Briscoe's
Briscoe is in it. They've announced the majority of the Cars Tour schedule, or Cars Tour driver, you can pretty much count on being there.
Yeah.
I saw Butterbean, he's going to be there.
several of Florence guys.
Yeah, they're Pilot of Florence guys, the typicals. And I don't know. I think there's, I don't know, but I got a feeling there's probably a few
I thought there were going to be a few surprises.
surprise big names that have not been announced.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. You know anything behind that?
No.
Oh, I was wondering if you got some insider info.
You're more of an insider than I am.
I
So.
don't know.
If I don't-
Sometimes you be finding out the stuff over there. So I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to be there. I mean, I'm just saying. Well, y'all know who's been there in the past. And I'll put it this way: pretty much anybody that wants to run the 400 in November is going to be at this race
Right.
because isn't it locking in for the pole, right?
Oh,
That's
huge.
That's huge. I mean, that's kind of unheard of. Typically, you can run a race, you lock in the race. You
Get
guaranteed
a
to be-
provisional to at least
right.
start.
You know you're going to be in the race. Nah, this one starts. If you win the race, you are starting on the pole of the 400. That's a big race, big time. It's going to be pretty special for somebody.
Right.
I don't know. Is Legend Card, Bandolero, same stuff? I don't know. Are we just racing? It's just a normal race.
I guess. I don't
Yeah.
I'm going out there to win. I'm going out there to win.
That's right.
Going out there to see if Connor can win.
know. I don't know. We'll see. I doubt it.
Yeah. It'd be good though. But I mean, like you said, the big names that may come, it's a lot better chance, in my opinion, them showing up because they got to be here anyway.
Well, and I guess that's kind of, and I got a feeling that was Steve's thoughts behind the Wednesday show was if something happens, I can still move it to Friday.
That's right.
Which was very smart because September something happened.
Yeah.
It's going to be there are going to be some cars out there. I mean, I know they're running, like I said, Bandoleros, late models, us and the Legend cars, Charger cars. What else?
Mini
was
stocks,
there? Mini
super trucks.
stocks, super trucks.
Shoo.
6 classes out there for Friday night racing. You won't be able to buy a better ticket anywhere for one night of racing. I can promise you
No.
that. If you want to see a pile of racing, come on. And we're double features. On top of that, Legend cars and Bandoleros are double features. Whew.
It's going to be
If I make it through the first one.
That's how it was last time.
Yep. I was kind of, selfishly, I was like, Wednesday might be good. We might not. I like a big crowd, don't get me wrong, but sometimes big crowds and legend cars can.
Yeah, but I don't know. Some of those guys race Tuesday and Thursday.
I know that's what I was going to say
Right.
too. But I was looking at the same thing. I was like, well, I don't know if that's going to be the case because it's a toss up whether they come or not.
It'll probably be.
But I got a feeling now,
35
especially being on
cars.
Friday night, there's going to be a pile of cars
Yeah.
there.
Even the last time we ran double features on a regular, May or June night, we had 25 cars. So
Yeah.
something about the double features brings them out, I guess.
It does. And I guess it's because, Florence is an INX track. You get INX points for it. So the guys, they're really running for the...
Is the late model race kind of
National
NASCAR
stuff.
points?
I
That's what
don't know.
I wonder, because there's,
That's a
I
good
think there's only a week or two left
That's
to
a
do
good
that.
question.
So I don't know if you got people running for regional or
They got to run it.
national points,
They
that's
need to
a
run
lot
it.
of points up for grab there.
Yeah, especially with that big a crowd. Our buddy Matt Cox could, if he could get it, and he can get it. He get up there and run up front. He ran up front 400 last year for a long, long time. He's already locked up the track championship. We were talking about last year. I think he locked up the South Carolina championship also, but I think that's still for national.
Yeah.
So that'll be quite interesting for sure. It's going to be a big weekend of racing for our area, right here in South Carolina, between Darlington and Timmonsville and Florence and all there. You can ride down 52 over there by Sterling's work and
Yes, sir.
see all the banners.
There'll be a bunch of them.
How about when they blow off? How about grab some? We'll put them on
Hey,
the shop.
I'll hook this up, bro.
Speaking of shops, you see the shop over there?
Oh, yeah.
Just
Work
check it out
going
over
on.
there.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
check it out.
Got a
over there.
lift in there now.
Lift in there. It works
It's in
too.
there now?
It works too.
It does work.
It goes up and down.
Hope it don't get stuck up there.
Well, as long as it's up, we can work on it.
That's right.
We'll work on getting it down.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, there'll be a lot going on. And another thing too, I don't know if it's going to get canceled now, but the hauler parade finally came back, which was always really cool. I enjoyed that. But I think it's supposed to be Wednesday. I think
Thursday.
it was. It's supposed to be Thursday.
Maybe Thursday. I think it might be good for that.
Yeah, because I think it's supposed to be gone. The hurricane's supposed to be gone by Thursday morning.
Yeah. As long as they'll still bring the haulers, I mean,
they can drive in the rain. So
Yeah, exactly.
they'll probably be fine. But yeah, that is cool. I heard they were staging at Tech this year.
They are. That's where they're starting. They're starting it. If anybody's in town, Florence Darlington Tech is right on 52, headed out, towards Darlington towards the racetrack. So come on out, get on the road anywhere in between there, and you can catch the hauler parade.
That's right. And the square in Darlington, they always have a big old shindig out there. I don't know if they still
I don't know
are.
how they're running up. I don't know what the route
I think
is.
they're still going.
I think they are.
Are they going the
Well, I heard on the
normal
radio
route from there on out as they used
I
to?
heard on the radio that they are going through the square. I don't know how
Cool.
Yeah.
how to get there, but
We went out there a few times, and
Yeah,
that's
it's
where I
pretty
always like to be, is towards the square, because there's a ton of stuff going on.
That's right.
I had thought about, because they always take cars out there, load up cars, and we take legend cars
Yeah.
out there and chill out. I don't know. You have to be out there too.
well, see, I was young, but I don't think we ever went to the square. I think we just found a place
It was,
kind of near the Darlington.
and I feel like it'll probably be as good at Tech, but it was always a lot of fun out at the
Civic Center.
the Civic Center, the Florence Center, whatever you want to call it now. That was always a lot of fun. It there was a ton going on out there. There was bands, and so I don't know what all the actual itinerary is for Florence Darlington Tech out there right now, but it ought to be good. Ought to be just fine. And actually, my mom just sent me. She's come back from Hartsville with Jackson. He had therapy over there today. There's a pile of campers already there.
Great day.
Wow.
Okay, let's see if we can zoom in. Here we go. There we go. Campers
Already on Monday.
on site.
Yeah, I think that the race and
Hold on one second. Let's go to the phone here. Hello.
I was trying to reach Dave Rogers.
That's me.
Yes, sir. It's Kerry Tharp. Dave, how are you doing, sir?
We're doing absolutely lovely, Mr. Kerry. Everybody listening there,
Good deal.
Mr. Kerry Tharp, president of Darlington Raceway, on the phone here. Mr. Kerry, we've been on here talking about all the activities coming up, leading up to the Southern 500 here this weekend. Man, we are excited.
Well, we are too, Dave. I appreciate you having me on. I love the name of your podcast, Chicken Bone Alley. I love that. And but we got a lot going on for sure. Our campers actually arrive on property tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock is the first. We'll let the first one in, and there's already a good many already lined up outside Gate 40 here at the racetrack.
My mom was actually just passing there, and she took pictures of them lined up out there and sent it to me. I was like, man, they're already lined up. Awesome.
Already lined up, and we'll do some things with them Wednesday. Hopefully the rain won't be too bad. It looks like we're going to get some rain maybe Wednesday and part of Thursday. But Thursday night we have the Terrence Caraway Memorial 5K. And then Friday we're bringing back the Hauler Parade.
Okay.
That'll be the first time we've had that since 2019. And that'll start up over at Florence Darlington Tech and go down into Darlington and then end in the garage around 7 o'clock. So I think our fans will look forward to that. And then, Saturday our Midway opens. We've got racing most of the day. Saturday afternoon is the Xfinity race. Got a concert in the infield Saturday night. And then Sunday's the big one, Cookout Southern 500, a lot of driver availabilities. We've got a pre-race concert at 4 with country artist Michael Ray. And then we'll have the 74th running of the Goodyear 400 around 6 o'clock on Sunday. So a lot ahead of us here the next few days at Darlington.
Man, it is, like I said, it is a exciting time of year. We absolutely love it. We are so ready. But beyond that, Mr. Kerry, we want to we want to extend a hand of thanks to you. This is going to be your last one we hear. Going to retire after this year. But we just want to thank you for everything you have done for our home track here. I actually grew up about 7-8 miles down the road from the track myself. Right. And just seeing, when I was little, what that track was and what it has evolved to now, but yet kept everything, traditional about it. And just we had it in good hands for the past several years, and we really want to thank you.
Well, Dave, that means a lot. I've been here now almost 8 years and love being the president of this racetrack. It's meant the world to me and my family. We're going to miss it, but we're planning on this one to be the very best yet. We're giving it all we got, which we always do, putting a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in it, and just continue to, celebrate all the great things that Darlington has done over the past 70-some years. And, we want to keep that tradition alive this weekend and make sure that our fans are very well taken care of.
For sure. Well, Mr. Kerry, I want to ask you, if you had to, I know you've been probably asked this question as a million more over the past few days and weeks, but if you had to, leaving the track, if you had to pick one memorable moment at that racetrack in your time there, what would you say it is?
Well, Dave, there's been a lot of them, but I guess the one that sticks out the most was in May 2020, we were able to bring live sports back to this country, not just live racing, but live sports. And if you recall the pandemic, the early part of that year, it pretty much shut everything down, including live sporting events.
That's right.
And so we had the opportunity to bring that back and have 3 races over about a 4 or 5 day period. And of course, no fans in the stands, but it was quite the experience and something I'll never forget.
I can.
And that was a moment in time that you never thought you put on a sporting event with no fans in the stands, but at the time, that's what we had to do. And I thought we did it quite well.
You very much did, and that was something around here that was huge for us. It was like, well, us, Darlington, South Carolina, Kerry Tharp, we were just like you. We brought sports back when the rest of the world shut down. We brought it back. It was something we from afar we were able to take pride in ourselves, and that was special to us as well. I want to tell everybody also while you're on here, if you are in the area or can go online, you can also catch Mr. Kerry. Aren't you on That's Racing tonight?
I am here in about 30 minutes. I'll be on That's Racing. I'm heading over to the studio right now. That's on Eagle 92.9 with my sidekick, Dan E. Lockamy. And we always enjoy that, have a good time, and talk about not just Darlington, but all the short track racing in this area.
Well, we were just talking about that ourselves, and we got some short track racing going on this week over at Florence Motor Speedway, and we know you've been a big proponent of all the short tracks around here, and we greatly appreciate that, and how you've talked about them weekly on the show and all that fine stuff, and it's been a blessing for us in this area to have you on here. I'm not trying to just blow your head up, but but we greatly have appreciated you, Mr. Kerry.
Well, Dave, I can tell you it's been something I've enjoyed immensely ever since we arrived here now almost 8 years ago. I would have never thought in my wildest dreams I could be the president of Darlington Raceway. And it has been the honor of a lifetime, something I'll always cherish. And this is a special place. It'll always be a special place for me and my family. And I just love living in this area. I've lived in South Carolina since 1985.
That's right.
And even when I went to work in NASCAR up in North Carolina, we stayed in South Carolina. We lived in Fort Mill. And, so I've fallen in love with this state. And I just think the world of the people in this state. Really have enjoyed living here in the PD area, and at this stage of my life, this stage of my career, it's been very, very good.
Well, awesome. Well, what's you got any big plans for retirement yet? You got some fishing days scheduled out already?
I'm not a great fisherman. I'll go if somebody invites me, but we got grandkids and loved ones that live up the road near Charlotte or Fort Mill area. I'm sure we'll spend some more time with them. My wife and I probably travel a little bit, but not too much. We like being around here. We like going to the beach, maybe going to Columbia, go to a football game or two. But I'm thinking I'm going to find something to do here sometime early part of next year that's going to occupy my time and allow me to do something worthwhile. So I don't think I'm just going to be sitting around watching the grass grow. I think I'm going to be actually doing something. And what that is remains to be seen. But I look forward to that next chapter of my life.
Well, we are happy for you for sure. Well, Mr. Kerry, we sure appreciate you jumping on here with us today, man. And it's been a lot of fun. But I do have one question for you before you leave here.
Absolutely.
What you think about them Gamecocks this year?
Well, I am a Gamecock. I didn't go to school there, but I worked there for 20 years. They got a big game Saturday night. I wish I could be two places at one time. I'd love to be up there at Bank of America. That's going to be a good ball game, Battle of the Carolinas. I sure hope it turns out like it was the last time we played North Carolina. I was at that game, the Duke's Mayo Bowl. We took care of them pretty good.
That's right.
But it's going to be a tough game. I mean, North Carolina, they got people on scholarship too, and that quarterback of theirs is pretty good. Mac Brown's a veteran coach, but I really like what Coach Beamer's doing with that team and that program, and look forward to following them this year in 2023.
That's going to be a fun one for sure. Hopefully so. Hopefully I'll have hair left by the end of it.
Definitely.
I hear you.
All right, Mr. Kerry. Well, we're not gonna keep you, but man, we sure appreciate it, and hopefully maybe see you out by the track somewhere this weekend.
Thank you very much, Dave. Keep it up. I love being on your show.
We appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
All right, thank you now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kerry Tharp, the Darlington Raceway there. Glad to have him come on.
Oh yeah,
He was I'm just gonna say I don't normally say a whole lot about how I got guests on and stuff like that, but I will say it's not hard to find somebody's email, but I knew somebody over at track, and I was like, how can I get him on the show before he's gone, retires? They said, here's his email. So I shot him an email. He shot me an email right back. He's like, I'd love to do it.
That's awesome.
He said, I got to be on his this time. Well, if we can work, I said, that's perfect. So
sweet.
So it was cool.
That's
Cool.
awesome, man.
Super nice
He's got
guy.
a lot on his plate right this minute for sure.
He's got a ton on his plate.
Taking a little time with us, that's pretty cool for sure.
Very, very much so. And I've seen him. He's been over at Florence Motor Speedway a few times. He'll come out there every once in a while and hang out, check out some racing over there. And he's a big supporter of racing. But if you haven't heard his story of how he got into NASCAR, I would recommend just look at a quick summary of kind of how he came to it. He was not a NASCAR fan even before he started working for NASCAR. He said if it was on TV, he'd turn channel most of the time.
Wow.
And now he's loved it and been with it for years now. So very cool, very cool. So speaking of NASCAR, before we get into this week's race, let's recap last week's Daytona craziness.
Yeah.
Always.
And then we'll move on to Darlington from there. Started off Xfinity cars there on Friday night. What'd you think? I mean, it was a fairly tame
It was
race,
okay.
I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't.
Which is good, but
There wasn't a whole lot of craziness to it.
the Xfinity cars seem to do that thing where they can get up in a single file line around the top and they'll kind of run. They'll click some laps off like that. But thankfully, they have a tendency to really, really get rough sometimes. But
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good race.
Mhm.
What I saw of it.
Yeah. Did you get to watch any of it?
I watched some of the start of it, and Austin Hill is really good at a plate track.
Oh, yeah. As always.
Yeah, so he pretty much controlled the line. Wherever it went, they went. Or wherever he went, they went, which I kind of figured would happen. But I didn't get to see the last part of it. So, but yeah, it was pretty chill race there for a while for me. So
It was Austin Hill. Got him another one. Isn't that right?
Allgaier.
Allgaier. That's all right. That's
He
right.
beat
That's
on-
right. I don't know why because he got, Allgaier.
Can't remember who he beat to the line, but it was
he
pretty.
didn't
Yeah,
know he
it was,
won or
It was a
something.
close race.
It was
Yeah.
Sheldon Creed.
Yep.
I don't know why
That's right.
you were saying that, and I just.
Yeah.
But anyway, Allgaier won it. Sheldon Creed. That was 5/1000th
Yeah,
of a
that's
second.
close.
I think it was.
Yeah,
It was
I heard
super
Allgaier
close.
say he didn't know he won it. He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't know. They announced it right at the checker flag, but I was like, okay.
That close.
It was close. It was close. So fairly good racing. Then came the and Allgaier actually came from the back because he missed got penalized for going through tech.
Yeah, he had a pass
many
through
times.
inspection.
Yeah, had
so,
a pass through on the first lap.
I mean, yeah, pass through penalties. So.
yeah,
Yeah, he had to make that up. So
that's a stout there, which I mean tells you call a caution at the right time because if you
Right.
don't, you
Well,
won't
you don't
ever.
catch a draft.
Yeah, you won't ever get.
luckily there was like 8 cars that had to do pass through penalties, so it that was a help. At least he wasn't by himself. So,
That's right.
but yeah,
All right, so moving on to the Cup race. I'm just gonna say, and I saw a thing online today, and it really put it out there for me. I don't think I want to be Ryan and named Ryan and race at Daytona.
no,
Ryan Newman, Ryan Blaney,
Ryan
Ryan Preece. 3 of the worst hits, wrecks,
Ryan Blaney's he looked like Earnhardt back then.
Yeah,
I mean,
man, that was a
That wall must have moved 2 feet.
Oh, yeah,
that
it
was
did.
crazy.
No
I've never
doubt.
seen one
It did.
go that far.
Have you seen the comparison of how and where he hit as opposed to Dale Earnhardt back in the day?
No, I mean I saw the slow motion. And it moved the width of these 2 tables probably.
Well, that is what we are thankful for.
Oh, yeah.
We are thankful.
That was probably
thank God for technologies
Yeah.
that come along.
that was the worst hit than Earnhart's in my.
dude.
Yeah,
I
no
would tell you,
doubt,
he was rolling when he hit that wall. I mean,
yeah.
he didn't even come from the bottom. He came from,
It looked like he sped up. I mean,
Yeah.
it was oof.
there was zero reaction time. I mean, and he hit that wall. And they showed the in-car camera. I guess they'd already looked at it and saw his eyes open and him sitting there. He had to sit there for a little while.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
He didn't
I
have
get-
time to prepare for that at all. There's
No.
I mean, he knew that was coming.
Which may be a good thing. I don't know.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
God, that looked rough, man.
It
He's
was-
had some hard hits here lately.
They hadn't said anything about it, and I hope they don't say anything about it. I hope there's no. He just looked like he rung his bell
Yeah,
doing it.
it's
I hope
definitely
he's
knocked the
good.
breath out of.
Yo, for sure. He got out the car and kind of stood there a little while, and he was just like, back off a second. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've hit little stuff, and I know how just the belts feel. Not even taking a hard hit. You just feel yourself pull against belts. Can you imagine running 180 mile an hour into a wall
No.
and what them belts feel like pulling back on you?
Oh, sure. I mean, that's just
Mm.
violent. It's vicious.
Dude, I'm telling you. So glad he got out the car, right? Which, was kind of the first big wreck, which took out
That was,
everybody.
A
Took
big
out
one.
a lot of contenders for the race. Took
Yeah.
out Ty Gibbs.
Took out my guy. I had.
It doesn't matter.
I know. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You don't know why it don't matter?
Why don't it matter?
Because you still won. Because it
How
took
did
out
I
all
do-
of us.
Are you serious?
We
I
all
still
finished.
won?
Yeah, you finished 33rd and you still won.
Wow.
Yes. Man, I'm on a roll now, fellas. Great
It was
day.
that bad.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Wow.
yours, Connor's, then mine. Oh, well, skip one place, then mine. all
God.
in
It
that
took us
wreck.
all out at the same
Took us
time.
all out at the same time.
Wow.
Man.
But anyway, so race a little more, and all of a sudden there's one of the worst flips I've probably seen since Rusty Wallace.
Yeah.
flipping.
Hey, I swear it looked like Rusty Wallace to me.
It
When
did.
I saw it, I was like, golly, that looks just like it. But yeah, man, that looked rough. That looked rough.
Violent. I don't know.
It's crazy. I guess the only reason I could say was just the the flat, what do you call it, the underbody, kind of the
yeah, that
sealed off
hand,
underbody.
yeah.
It's just like a.
It's like when it
airplane
caught it,
wing,
it just
man, it just.
we used to see over the last couple of years where the roof flaps, it was starting to come over, and the roof flaps
Just
would
kinda-
kind of steady it and drop it back down. It's like
Well, it
as
being
soon as it catches air
that-
under here, it just
yeah.
it was
That car being completely sideways, I mean, there was no roof flaps that would even work, and it ripped the roof hatch out to start with,
that was
which
scary.
didn't help anything.
Well, my thing was it not
And-
only ripped the roof hatch,
Yeah,
also the window net,
The window net was gone.
all of it. And you see the first hit actually is where it dug into it
Right.
right on that corner and just snatched it all out. That's not a good look.
I haven't seen one
Dang.
flip in the air 3 or 4 times.
I think it was ended up being like 10. I think it was
Yeah,
11.
well, 10.
10 or
If
11.
you count the
yeah.
one where it goes back, then back forward, yeah,
Right.
it's like 10 or 11, I think.
But how violent it was, like you said, I mean, just so quick.
Yeah, well,
I mean, just
we've seen
in the
it.
air like that. That was, oof.
I bet you dude has got, if he don't have some busted blood vessels in his eyes, just
I know
sheer
it.
G-forces.
Yeah. I
Um,
can't imagine that.
But, I mean, I can't imagine it either. But I was also talking to somebody, and I was like, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be in either one of them. But I don't know if I'd almost rather be in one flipping like that than hitting the wall
I agree. I mean, because
and
it's
just
not
stopping like
blunt.
Blaney did.
Right.
Yeah, they just throwing all that energy off whenever
It's-
it's spinning. But I don't.
It still can't be fun either
I
way.
mean,
I
you
don't
still,
want to do
you,
it.
you got like, please, when's this going to stop?
It don't look good.
That's my thing. It's like that one just went on for.
I've never seen one. It like bounced 3 times, kept flipping each.
yeah, that was.
That was the funny part. Is like it looked like it might would slide this one way, and all of a sudden, nope.
Yeah.
just flip again.
That was rough. I mean, to what point? I mean, you put yourself in one of these guys that's okay, locked into the chase.
Yep.
What's really the purpose of going out there and trying to? I mean, you got a really good percentage of going out there and really getting hurt.
Yeah.
Why not just go right in the back? Just show
What's
sponsors.
crazy is that wreck was just
It was in the
yeah,
That was typical.
It was just a car just moved over in the last 2 rows of
But
the
it's
field.
just, I mean, there's just no room for air in them things. I mean, there's no saving those cars.
No.
Anymore.
That's what they've all said is once it breaks loose, you're.
I mean,
you're
like
just
Ty
done.
Gibbs. I mean, I think Christopher, right? Christopher was
just nudged him.
barely
No, he
touched
shouldn't have
him.
hit him in the
He
corner.
shouldn't have.
but
granted, I
it's
mean,
gonna
great
happen.
day, man. You were that on edge and them things, man. That's tough. I mean, you can't move the steering wheel none.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, if it was me or if I was a car owner or something like that, and we were locked in, and if we finished 36th or 30th or whatever, what was it going to make a difference? Protect my drivers and stuff, man. I don't know, man. Just ride in the back.
That's right. Caitlin Larson put it on Twitter afterwards that she just absolutely hated this type of racing and
Yeah.
thought it was time for it to be done.
Well, a lot of them feel that way.
You know,
I can't say that I blame them.
I can't either. I can't either. I mean, you see somebody strapped in that you love and going out there and
Yeah.
because as a racer, I mean, you both know we're going to go out there and drive it as hard as we can, make blocks. We're going
Oh, yeah. I mean,
try to make passes
It's in
or
your
whatever
blood,
we have to
man.
do to win the race. But man, it's just, and I don't. It's like, or you don't want to see it, but it's like, when is something else really bad going to happen?
They've dodged a couple bullets.
Yes,
It last
Ryan
couple years.
Newman, Ryan Priest, there, Ryan Blaney, all those.
I mean, even Larson
I was
earlier
gonna
this
say
year at Talladega
Larson.
when that the frame rail on the whole right
Yes.
side was
yeah.
Yep, the whole
caved in. Yeah.
Caved. Yep. You're right. They have dodged some serious bullets. I don't know. I mean, what's the answer? Do we keep running them? Do we?
Maybe reduce them down to.
Well, you got two different type of fans. One of them, they go to Daytona or they watch this race to see that. And I mean,
that's definitely-
I can't say that I didn't do that at some point. Years ago, I look forward to the big one just to see the big, crazy wreck. But
Oh yeah.
now, man, I guess just having family and seeing what can happen and seeing how dangerous it is, I don't know. It's bad to say, but I don't care for the plate track or the super speedway as much anymore. It's just, I mean, because it's honestly it's riding around for 90% of the race, and then you got a big one that tears everything up and people get hurt and whatever else.
My issue is with it not so much about the wrecks. Now, I mean, yes, the wrecks are going to happen. So I know that's going to happen, but that's not my main issue with it. My issue is with it is just too much. Especially for points racing, and for whoever wins this is going to get locked into the playoffs.
Yeah,
If you're just looking at that aspect, it's too much of a wild card, in my opinion.
yeah, because people are going to do whatever.
Because I'm sorry, I'm not trying to downsize his win or anything, but Ricky Stenhouse won the Daytona 500. What has he done since? Does he have a chance at all
No.
in the playoffs? No, I don't think he does this year. I mean, I'd love for him to surprise me and come up there and do great in it. I'd love for that to happen,
Well, just
but it's
the
not. It's not.
equipment reasons. It ain't gonna happen.
Exactly. And so you
I
got
mean-
4 of these races a year, 6 if you count Atlanta now.
Yeah, which is basically the same thing.
Exactly. Now they did say there was a little more lifting this year because the
Yeah,
asphalt's
well-
getting a little older. But so
I think that's kind of a problem with Daytona too. They were all
Yeah.
talking about they were loose.
yep. The back of the car they said
right.
even going down the straightaways they just didn't feel like it was planted at all. Like air's just
Right.
making it.
Yeah,
Twitchy.
you can't. I was watching them. You can't even turn the steering wheel at all. I'm like, you can't. Any little movement, and they just lose it.
Yep.
It takes forever to get it back. So I don't know, man. I don't know what changes that, or I don't know how many people think like we do or not. But I think most of the drivers are getting about tired of it. Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
I think you got to get rid of the winning you're in thing.
Exactly.
Is
Well,
it-
yeah.
'cause, you know, they're half the field on Saturday was just, you know, whenever it takes to give
Well,
me a
but
chance
if
to
you-
win.
Right.
But if you don't have win in your end, all of a sudden that is about to be a really boring race, I bet. Daytona
No
500,
doubt.
500 is going to be great first year just because it's Daytona 500. Last race of the regular season,
Well,
you might as
would
well
hope
run it
you should have
anywhere
some
else.
points battle.
Well, you look at
You
it.
may.
There's still some teams that know this is their best shot to win that are gonna
Oh, for sure.
Bubba-
do it. But you know, you're not gonna have, you know, good cars just
Well, like the
making
other night,
crazy decisions.
let's just say, just for instance, Bubba. Bubba knew all he had to do was stay with Ty Gibbs, and Ty Gibbs not win, or anybody else that hasn't already won win. That's all you're going to get if it's not a win in your end situation. Ty Gibbs knew he essentially had to win. If I don't even know if Bubba got points in the first stage or not. I don't have a clue,
I don't
but
believe he did.
I don't think he did. But if he'd have went out there and got points in the first stage, all right, Ty Gibbs knows at that point, I've got to win this race. The only opportunity I've got. And not counting just him, but then you got everybody else, you know, 17th and beyond that hasn't won a race.
Yeah.
Well, this is their opportunity to win, and I'm going in. So it's going to be absolutely
It's going to be crazy.
But I still don't, just inherently being race car drivers, are they going to back down? I don't know. I don't think they are.
I don't think so either. I mean, unfortunately, but no, I don't. But
Is it?
but the difference maker of a back marker car, let's just say Ricky Stenhouse, for instance.
Yeah.
You know, where he would, I don't know, he's 16th or whatever in points now. I don't know exactly where he is, but
I'm pretty sure he's right there. No, I think Bubba's behind him because Bubba didn't have a
didn't have a win. So whoever had win, he 14th.
Well, Bubba,
whatever he
Brad,
is,
and
Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick.
Nonetheless, that back marker team, the amount of money that they're going to make this year, just because they won that race and they're in the playoffs, probably, I don't know what I'd be scared to say it probably tripled. I don't know.
They said it's substantially higher.
Right. So they can take that gamble. These back marker cars, like you say, in this winning your end situation, the last race of the year, that's their only chance. They know it. They know they're not going to go compete for a championship, but how much more money they're going to make, that's why they do it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man.
So could you? I'm just spitballing here. I'm not saying this is what I would want. I don't really know what I'd want. I don't know the answer. To prevent, other than changing aerodynamics just completely of the car, you know, as they, you know, have to try to put big old 2x4s on the top of it, or beyond doing any of that, mechanically, do you slow the cars down even more to keep stuff from like that happening, or is a 160 mile an hour hit into the wall okay as opposed to 180 mile an hour hit into the wall? I think you're gonna. I would say you're going to tighten the pack up, but I don't think you can tighten the pack up much more.
Only thing, I mean, if you
Well,
restrict them so much, it's going to be.
it's going to be four wide.
It's just not going to be. Nobody's going to be able to do anything.
can't.
It's just going to be stuck. You know, you're not. If you pull out a line, it's just going to be a parachute. The less horsepower.
yeah.
I mean, they already kind of is, but you take away even more horsepower or put more down for whatever you do. I don't know. I think the racing product will suffer a lot.
I do too.
If they do that.
I know years ago it kind of speeds at Talladega. That one year got up. There was like a 210. I think it was close to. And they were like, "This is too fast." So they made a restricted plate adjustment during the weekend, and they wanted them down below 200. They still didn't achieve that. They were still running 203 in the pack, I think it was. And then they kind of hit that 200 mile an hour mark. Well, all of a sudden now with this new car, they don't show the speeds on the screen. I didn't look at the lap times.
I think
Has anybody noticed the lap times
in the
for the
pack, they'll get
Xfinity?
like 195.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, did anybody pay attention to from Xfinity to Cup?
There ain't much difference.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think there's not much difference. But.
And I did see some people, and they made memes on Facebook about it and stuff like that. They showed Darrell Waltrip's car flipping and all that junk, and they were like, "Oh, is this the old?" Because people were saying, "Bring back the old car; it was safer." And they're like, "Oh, you mean this was safer?" That's not what they're saying, people. If you think that, then you are dumb. What they're saying is the last generation, which was Gen
6.
I personally, I can't argue with that point.
Not that car. No, that car was a lot better, in my opinion.
It was a lot racier.
Maybe
I say racier,
but you still. I mean, look, that's the same car Ryan Newman flipped into the stands with. So you can have.
You're right. I mean, crazy stuff can happen. Yeah. But I think that wasn't an aerodynamic flip.
No,
that was a.
Well, they got to figure out how to keep these cars on the ground, because you saw even a Daytona race sometime this year, last year, where Harrison Burton just flipped just because he just went around at a high speed.
Yep.
Kind of like how the wing on the car tomorrow did for a while before they fixed that.
That's exactly right.
But it's just It's got to be the sealed off underbody, because it acts just like a.
That's what I think, because they say, well, this car just creates downforce. So we're not really worried about air getting under the car. You don't worry about air getting under the car until it does.
Yeah.
Right.
I heard one, or I've heard a few people say it's time to get rid of all the grass on the backstretch at Daytona, because then that car would have just slid on the asphalt and not ever picked up. I don't know.
From what I was kind of thinking that the grass caused it to flip. From what I saw, it was pretty much going around before it got to the grass.
That's what I was about to say. Is to me, it looked like it kind of was just level and then just.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't know.
Sometimes there's a problem if cars are just, that they get hit and now they're going straight through the infield and they go
tears
off,
everything.
It goes, you've seen them pop up before.
I wish they would just put down everywhere. I know it's probably stupid expensive.
The natural turf,
just like they did at Charlotte. That has been a lifesaver in my opinion, and
It
because
saves a lot
of the
of money
way
in
the
cars.
bottom is made in it, it seems to your brakes and everything still seem to somewhat work.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's rubber pellets.
We saw
all
somebody
in it.
doing a burnout on one. It started smoking.
Oh yeah, there's rubber pellets all in it. So yeah.
Only thing is that at Daytona they had the chicane going down the back straightaway for all.
Right, I get that.
For all
But
the
you can-
imps and stuff.
but you
would hope you could take it in.
You could put, just like they did in Charlotte, you can put in the curbing exactly the same, the removable curbing. That way it's flat from asphalt to grass or asphalt to turf.
Yeah.
I think there's stuff that could be done to change that.
Because straight pavement won't slow a car down if it needs to be slowed down, hit it towards a wall.
Well, no, it don't necessarily slow it down, but it allows your brakes to work.
It is.
I don't think that had anything to do with Ryan Priest's flip. Now, now what I do think
I
it
say
had
like
to
a
do with
Kyle
it,
Busch wreck. He said
Yeah.
he got out and they asked him, should we remove the grass? He said there should be more grass and it should be taller. I mean,
something to slow the car down.
yeah, if your brakes aren't working, or if you just hit it at such a high rate.
Now, I think what that grass and dirt did, natural turf, I guess we say, or whatever, natural ground did in that wreck, in Ryan Priest's wreck, I think that caused him to flip more.
Yeah,
because every time it grabbed.
It grabbed for sure.
I'm not saying it still wouldn't have flipped a couple of times, but I don't think it would have just snapped and rolled like it did. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's hard to say.
Yeah, who knows? But
Yeah. I don't know. But Chris Buescher went on to win his third race in 5 weeks.
3 out of 5.
That's pretty stout.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Pretty stout. So that brings us. We'll go ahead to our picks there real quick.
Nah.
How
How many weeks have I won?
a lot.
My
I don't
luck's
think
about to be
I don't think I
gone.
marked
Yeah.
this. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I marked it. That put you at 10 wins
What?
on the
Wow.
season.
Hey man, I appreciate it. Did I get some kind of bonus points for that?
Well, not for the wins, but you technically do for the playoffs, because you had, who'd you have? You had Austin Dillon. You
I
had
Stenhouse.
Stenhouse. It was Austin Dillon, Stenhouse, somebody, and then Cindric, which is who I had. So I finished last. So our regular season points ended up as Sterling wins regular season with 56 points.
Shoo.
I finished second with 49. Connor goes into the playoffs, had 48 points.
Yep.
So we were 1 point.
I knew I had to win. You had
off.
to finish third.
So what that has done for Sterling, we can take them papers right there and
Good.
chunk them.
No more.
No more on them. We are going into our playoffs. So, Connor, we got some catching up to do. Our bonus points are as such.
Wow.
Sterling had, going in being the champion, you get automatically, or your seeding is you had 3 points. I had 2 points. Connor had 1 point. You get 3 points extra as a bonus.
Sweet.
So
I
you are
appreciate it.
already at 6 points in this playoffs.
Yes,
I've got 2. Connor has 1.
Wow.
We got some catching up to do, Connor.
Big time.
I'm a race
So-
ahead right now. That's good.
Going in to Darlington, let's go ahead and make our picks. Connor gets first.
All right.
Since he is
I'm a
in the
pick.
back.
This is tough because now you got everybody.
Start over. We got
Yeah.
everybody. For 10
I'm gonna pick
races, we got
somebody.
everybody.
This is definitely not my favorite driver, but I think it's a solid pick because he's always up front here. I think I'm gonna take Denny
I
Hamlin.
knew you was taking
Man, that was my pick.
He's always.
I got a
tough around.
backup pick here, so let's see if somebody takes my backup pick.
I'm probably thinking about who you were thinking about, but I just don't think it's going to happen this year. Maybe not. Maybe that's not who you're thinking about, but he did good last year. God, I hadn't even thought about this really. I think. All right, I know what I'm going to do. I think coming off of not making it in the playoffs, everybody was hoping he would. No wins this year. I'm going to take Chase Elliott.
There
Okay.
you go.
All right. Well, that is not who I was going to take, so I appreciate it.
Well, I probably changed who I was going to take as
Well,
opposed to.
one of the best, as far as I know, one of the best guys that's very, very well at Darlington, runs very good there, and he won the regular season championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark
Yeah.
Truex.
That wasn't who I was thinking. I was, and I thought about him, but I was like, I'm gonna save him because I think he's gonna go deep into the points. This
I think
year.
he is too. I really do. But
I think it might be.
I'm gonna go ahead and get all the points I can while I can. You know, if I
Get it while the getting's
Put it
good.
away early.
Get it while the getting's good. I ain't gonna lie. I thought about breaking out the Eric Jones for this one,
I
that-
haven't
that's-
seen him.
but I don't think they're there.
Even last year they were a little bit better than they are
Yes,
at this point.
yes.
they ain't hitting on a whole
But
lot right
he
now.
knows how to get around that track.
Yeah, he's very. I've been there twice when he's won. So
Carson Hocevar will be driving with them this week.
right.
Yeah.
In the 42 car. But anyway, guys, real quick before we go too much farther, I want to go ahead and get in our affiliates here. SRI Performance, guys, they are your one-stop shop for all things racing. They got everything you need. I know it's some of these tracks are coming down to ending the season already, which is crazy to think because I feel like we just started, especially around here. We had so much rain to begin with this year, and so I feel like we just got started good. But I know you got to work on them cars. So best place to go, SRI Performance. Like I said, they're your one-stop shop for all things racing. Go get everything you need, nuts to bolts, abrasives. I don't care what you're looking for. They got it for a race car. Head over there, get everything you need. Get online, www.sriperformance.com. Load up that cart. Put in promo code CBONE10. I see as in
Chicken.
BONE10. Get yourself 10% off there at time of checkout. Tell them we sent you. We appreciate it. Also, same deal over at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, guys. Same exact thing. got all the materials you need for all your big jobs, all your cars, all whatever you need. Sterling, you know how important it is, as we always say, to have quality materials, and
Absolutely.
they definitely have them over there.
They got all you need right there. Sure do. They got a good website too. I was on there the other day, so got a good website of what all they have and sizes and links and
You looking for some
everything.
material
So
over there?
I was, man. I was checking it out. I look everywhere for material, and I was like, man, why not look there? So had to have some plastic. So looking into that, and we ended up having a piece at the shop already, so I didn't have to order.
Didn't even know that.
Well, we were looking, and I was like, I'm gonna look there and see what we got. So, but yeah, they got plastic, they got aluminum, obviously, they got steel, obviously, they got everything. So, check it out, man. They got it all.
Check them out for sure. Also, guys, head over to check out our friends over at Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Earl Ramey Racing Engines, man, they are, you got to put some power under your hood. They're going to be putting some power under that hood over there shortly. Go check out Earl and all his gang over there. You need, once you get out of that power under the hood, get yourself on some time on that chassis dyno. You always need some dyno time, and what better place than a chassis dyno? That just tells you everything throughout your car, all the things you need to know. So head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and one of them things he's going to tell you to put on there, get good power out of it. Going to be some Profab headers and exhaust. Profab headers and exhaust, guys, they are quality that wins, and that is for sure. Regardless of big cars, every one of our legend cars, Profab headers and exhaust, as who builds every one of them, and they're not going to put junk on them. They're going to put quality on there. They are like they say, they are quality that wins, and the reason being is their just relentlessness to be number one. They are the best out there. So go get you some Profab headers and exhaust, guys. All right. So we just talked about it with our picks here. Darlington this week. We've talked about Mr. Kerry Tharp. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I don't know. It's just one of them races we're always ready for, ready to see. There's something about the Southern 500.
Yeah.
I
wish it was throwback weekend. I liked it when it was this time of year, but I mean, it's fine.
I did too. There was something about
they're trying to get some attention on the spring date.
Yeah,
I can,
and having all trucks there too. And
I can understand it. I can understand it. It was just the Labor Day weekend and throwback weekend kind of went really good together, because that was the traditional Darlington. I got it, and I loved it, but I do understand 100% why they moved it to the spring date. If we were going to have the spring date, that was always, I mean, I ain't going to sugarcoat it, that was always the race that was down on attendance.
Yeah.
It just didn't have the hype around it.
Mm-hmm.
So we got back the spring date once COVID happened, like Mr. Kerry talked about. Got it back and have kept it. And it needed a shtick around it, I guess, to really make it something special. So, hey, if we need it on spring weekend, so be it.
Yeah.
I like it on Labor Day weekend, but whatever it takes. This has a tendency to always be a really long race.
It's a long race.
Me and Sterling's been over there many times till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Especially that one year it started at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, they got driver intros done, fired engines, and it started raining.
Kind of what it started to do that last year.
Ooh, yeah.
That race got over about 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
We were all right though. We had our friends at NBC. They were
we had
like,
a
here,
great
stay under here. So we went and sat up on the pit box, out of the rain. And, they had a cooler and everything. They're like, whatever y'all want, go ahead. Sweet.
Yeah, that worked out good.
It worked out great that year. So that was fun. But it just always has a tendency to be a long race.
367 laps around Darlington is a lot.
A long time, especially when the tire fall off and the pace gets slow.
All right. You just said it, tire fall off. With what we've seen with tire fall off this year has been minimal. Do you think that still applies to Darlington?
I think it's still, I think they
Darlington.
still wear. I mean, from the two previous races, I feel like we've had with the next gen. I feel like it's still been, every time pit road's open, they hit pit road. So I don't know. I think Darlington's always one that still, even with the 550 package, the 750 that was too aero dependent, all the packages that don't seem to work, Darlington usually still puts on a pretty good race. So I think the tire will fall off will be there, and I think it'll be a factor.
Yeah, and I think also that it's Darlington. That's a tough track to get around for that long, for sure. It's hard to go that many laps around there without making a mistake. Running 2-3 inches from the wall, and I think every chance you get, they're gonna be adjusting on them cars too. So I don't think they'll miss many opportunities to get down pit road. I don't for sure. So, but what tire fall off will do, I don't know. It seems like some tracks tire fall's been a thing, and then some of them that hadn't. Ones that were aren't. I don't know. It's weird, but Dawson's pretty abrasive. It is for sure, and is loose as they say, aero loose as those cars have been everywhere. I see them having some stripes, for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, Connor. I think the reason that it doesn't matter what package you take to Darlington is it ought to tell Goodyear something, in my opinion, because regardless, there typically always is tire fall off there. These tires get chewed up at Darlington. We've always talked about it. I remember watching qualifying one year, and Dale Jarrett, I'll tell you how long ago it was, Dale Jarrett barely creeped around the inside of the track until he got about 3/4 of the way down the back straightaway before he ever really hit the gas. He said he did not want to wear nothing off of his tires. So it tells you how abrasive it was. He didn't want to even go around 1 and 2 at any rate of speed, hardly, just to keep all the new on his tires. But that tells me, regardless what aero package, regardless of what power package you got, regardless of all that, if a tire gets chewed up, that's going to overpower the rest of that. That's going to separate the field. Who can conserve the tire the most always tends to separate the field at Darlington, which I absolutely love. I say I love it. I'm going to tell y'all right now. On iRacing, I absolutely stink at this track.
I love Darlington.
Sterling loves it. And I can't do it because I want to drive the car too hard. I cannot do it. But I'll feel like I'm driving the car hard, and Sterling's still outrunning the mess out of me, because he's slowing it down, conserving tire, because one lap of running the car hard will heat your tire up too much. And I feel like that really crosses over to real life. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But so I think that ought to tell NASCAR, Goodyear, everybody, if that happens this weekend especially, we just need a tire that wears a little more on these other surfaces.
Mm-hmm.
It can, racing might spread out. We can debate that all day long. Do we want racing on top of each other? Do we want people racing the racetrack? Do we want long green flag runs? What do we want? We can debate that all day long, and I can come up with good points for every side of that. Yeah. But regardless, if you look back at some of the first Southern 500s, the reason
there was like 2 people on lead lap.
There was exactly, and the reason being was tires.
Right.
They were out in the parking lot taking tires off of cars in the parking lot to finish that race. Yeah. And I don't know, there's something about that. If you can conserve the tire,
it works.
Go for it. So I don't know. I'm ready to see. I know I picked Chase Elliott. You picked Denny Hamlin. You picked Martin Truex Jr.
I think it'll be a Toyota.
You think it'll be a Toyota?
That's how it was last year. Well, it was Kyle and Truex and Denny.
Well, Denny, for a long time, he was out there by himself because he had the Denny line at Darlington. And now people run that line so much more, and how he enters one totally changes everything from 1 through 2 on the back straightaway, whatever. And so many people are doing the same thing as him now, so it's changed a lot. But yeah, it's funky looking watching it, how he enters.
Yeah,
but it works obviously. But Denny's very good there, for sure. Martin is good. I mean, Chase is too. So it's gonna be a good one.
What about Kyle Busch? Kyle Busch was there last year.
Yeah,
Probably had that race won until motor let go.
right.
I think
Is his car showing enough this year?
I think Tyler ran pretty good last year, kind of around the top 10. That's pretty much the way it's been everywhere. Tyler Reddick, has run good. That's Kyle's kind of, that's been his best tracks. I think that's the RCR just has their tracks right now. The tracks they just don't have a handle on right now.
Probably, yeah. But I really just feel like for some reason, and I'm probably going to regret Chase Hill. Chase runs good there. I mean, has in the past.
Oh yeah.
But I just feel like he got something proved this week. I think it's that.
Yeah.
But this seems to be a track that, as long as the car can do what the driver needs it to do on those special lines and stuff like that, like you're talking about with Denny, that's the fast drivers. It's not just because you're necessarily in a Toyota. I think Toyotas are faster, don't get me wrong, but it's not necessarily just because that. It's because you know what you need and you know where you need to do it at.
Darlington is definitely more of a driver's track than it is a engineered track, if you want to say that. I mean, Air Jones, prime example. Furniture Road, the 78 car back then. I mean, Martin Truex won with that car, whatever. It's definitely more of a driver's track for sure. And like you say, the lines make a big difference in that. I mean, look, Kevin Harvick, he's good there too. He could win this weekend. He runs on the apron in 3 and 4. Who does that? How did that work?
Know.
But he does, and it works. So it's just cool to see that. To me, that makes it a lot more interesting at Darlington because of that reason. There's so many more different lines and fall off, and having a 6-7 second lead at Darlington, that's normal, and I like that because it's a driver's track. A lot of people don't, like you said, they want to be on top of one another and have wrecks every 5 minutes, but I don't. I like seeing that. That's cool.
Which is really funny to me because we talked about this a few weeks ago. I'm okay with that at Darlington.
Right.
I hated it at Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
I don't know why I hated it at Watkins Glen.
I like it at Watkins Glen too.
Like I said, I don't know why I did. I think it's just because that whole race was just
right.
Indianapolis was just no excitement.
Well, Darlington, somebody will get the wall
that's what I was
too hard
say,
and blow a tire, break something. A road course can be, there's not. They got runoff room. They'll just. If they spin out, they'll spin it back around.
Darlington, if you're looking for it, there's excitement every lap.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's in the wall. Somebody's close to the wall. Somebody's half sideways going through there. Somebody's tearing up something or running into somebody trying to pass them going into 3. And TV, I'm going to tell you, that's one track, I always say a lot of times I'm like, man, you can see a lot of it better on TV than anywhere else. Darlington, no, because TV cannot keep up with the action. I think NBC does a great job. Don't get me wrong.
There's no way you
they
can.
Cannot keep up with the action that goes on around that track.
It's crazy around there for sure.
So anyway, guys, head out to Darlington this week for sure. That'd be a fun weekend. Going to camp, whatever you're going to do. It'll be a great time. While we're on here, hey Ma, what's up?
What's up,
Matt? What's going on, buddy? Hope to see you this weekend at Florence. All right. Well, everybody, I want to let you know. Want to give a shout out to our friends over at Fresh Chef. Fresh Chef will be sponsoring the primary sponsor for the 2023 Chicken Bone Alley Fall Spectacular that's coming up here in just a couple weeks or just a few weeks. If you haven't entered for it yet, we still got a few spaces left. Y'all get in Fall Spectacular. This is going to be a fun show for us.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I said, Fresh Chef guys. Well, if y'all are in the Mooresville area, in the Race City area, anywhere up there, there's a few different locations. Y'all head over to Fresh Chef. Some of the absolute best food I've ever ate in my life. It is good stuff. You can ask my wife. We both hung out there and ate there a few times. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And it was really funny because Mel was actually on the show, kind of. One of our first interviews we ever had with Earl.
Yep, that's
Earl
right.
Ramey.
He brought them all food, or
It was Earl, Randy Keene, sitting there, and Mel brought food over there.
that's right.
From Fresh Chef. So that's been 3 years ago.
It's been a long time.
So
A couple episodes ago.
Yeah. So y'all head over to Fresh Chef. Tell them we appreciate their support. And go show them some support. Go check out all their menu. Man, I had some ribs there. I had some. I've had all kinds of stuff. Shrimp and grits. Oh man, it was all good.
Cool deal.
All good. You like shrimp and grits, Connor?
Not together, but
What?
He's not American.
American. You haven't had good shrimp and grits yet.
probably not.
I'll have to take you to Fresh Chef.
There we go.
I'll have to take you to Fresh Chef. Cool. Also, check out our friends over at Dixie Made. Y'all coming into Darlington, coming into Florence. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say this: if you're coming into Darlington, you've never been to Buc-ee's.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's got to see a Buc-ee's. That is the hot.
Man, I wish they stay away from Buc-ee's.
I would
Yeah, try
It's-
say,
but-
It
try and
messes
get
up my ride home.
maybe go there Friday morning or
yeah.
Thursday
There
at
you go.
Yeah.
9 p.m. or
9
something.
p.m. I was going to say, get Mrs. Connor up too over there. They'll back up way over there.
Oh gosh.
All right. If you're at Darlington, come down 52, jump on 95, run up to Buc-ee's. When you leave Buc-ee's, drive over 95, come down the road, look right there on the right, right there at the flea market, you'll see Dixie Made. My wife was in there this past weekend buying Landon some more school clothes, I think it was, or something. I don't even know what she was in there getting. Who knows what she was in there
They got it all.
They got it all. I'm just saying. We might talk about this in a minute because we didn't talk about it last week. But y'all know that show, that new song out, "Rich Men," north of Richmond. Had some hats in there with some cool sayings on it, with hats, t-shirts, all that, with some cool sayings. Talking about the song essentially. So y'all head over to Dixie Made. All of your favorite Southern brands that you all like to wear, they're all in stock. Coolers, sunglasses, all the stuff you need to go to a racetrack. Head over to Dixie Made. They'll be open for y'all to come check them out. All right. I gotta show my hat here. I got on my number one hat there. This is my Willie Milliken hat. Actually,
Sign.
it's signed by Willie Milliken. I had to wear it today in honor of our good friend Willie Milliken taking home the Ultimate Super Late Model Series Points Championship and Rookie of the Year.
Well,
it's hard to think of Willie as a rookie.
Yes.
So congratulations to him. He did a great job, and great job over the season running supers this year. He's been limited crates, all the stuff, and decided to take on the Ultimate Series this year. Boys did a great job over at Team Wild Child there. Congratulations to them, for sure. That was a great accomplishment.
For sure. Yeah, that's a tough series. Ultimate's tough
Yeah.
for sure. So that ain't no slouch by no means.
No slouches. They had Rambo and all them boys was right on top of him. It was Willie got the points right there at the last race.
Wow.
He was
Phew.
third until then.
Dog.
Passed him in the last race. So congratulations, Willie. Great job. All right. Well, what else we got? We was talking about Florence some there. We'll be there Friday night. Or Friday. We'll be there Friday.
Probably Friday, yeah.
I think
Maybe Thursday.
I think I'm gonna work a half a day Friday. Then I'm gonna run over here and grab a trailer. I don't know. I may go out there Thursday if
That's what I'm saying. Just
take
park.
trailer. I ain't kidding.
It's gonna be
Might have to put mine in yours.
Yeah.
What you running? You just run Legend?
maybe Charger.
Maybe
we'll see.
Charger.
We'll see if we can
Maybe
if we can find some speed.
You motor? No motor? You still good?
The other crate motor is going in it now, so we'll see.
Oh
I didn't say that.
no!
Yeah.
No.
Yep. It's in house now, so we'll see. We'll see. It put out good numbers on the dyno, so that's all we can hope for, I guess.
Well, let me know.
Yeah.
Need to throw the Legend car in
Okay.
trailer with
Might
that
do
one.
that.
We just take one trailer with 2 Legend. That way,
It's good.
save a few spots out there.
Yeah. if it could get that pit infield paved, that'd be
That's what I.
Perfect.
Yes, if we could get a solid
'Cause
paved
you hate-
pit road around there.
even
Yeah.
if it's not necessary on a weekly basis. When you get those couple big races and you see, you don't want to park those late
Well-
models in the grass. I mean, it's just not.
No, you don't. And
And they still come, but you'd like to.
Matthew, if you still on here, Matt, if you how about pave that back stretch for us? He been filling in holes over there. How about just go ahead and pave the back pits for us? No, that's. I mean,
I know,
I
I know that's not cheap though.
no. I was fixing to say I give Steven them all the credit in the world over there because they have put some money into the track. They put a new scoreboard up from the scoreboard that's been there for umpteen dozen
Yeah.
years. They've been remodeling they've remodeled all the bathrooms there. They've started remodeling the tower up there, all that, everything,
Crazy.
bunch of stuff that has had to be done around that track, and I applaud them for doing that. We're just in a perfect world,
Yeah.
because it does.
That would be.
Even in the Legend
I think
car,
I
it
fixed
stinks when, especially like in the middle of the day when we're there, then all of a sudden it rains.
Oh yeah.
That
Well, it's
sand
just-
that's out there just becomes sticky.
Yeah.
And it sticks to everything. And it gets thrown everywhere. And yeah, you get it everywhere. So anyway,
We'll be there.
we'll be there. We'll be there regardless, driving something. I want to thank our friends over at MPM, McAllister Precision Marketing. If you are, if you're I always say young folk in sport, but it ain't just young folk. It's anybody. If you need marketing help in your racing world, head over to MPM Marketing, guys. Tanya over there, she knows who you need to know and can put you in front of the faces that you need to be in front of. But if you are looking to advance your racing career, the biggest place is on the marketing side, the digital, the written, the anything, on the marketing side, putting you in front of sponsors, just driver, getting you set up with some driver development, showing you the ropes on that. Yeah, that's what you need. So get with MPM, and she can definitely improve your racing career. All right. Also, RevMax Racing Apparel. Head over there. Need suits, gloves, all that fun stuff. Head over to RevMax. They get you hooked up for sure. All the fine stuff there. Fine stuff. What else we got?
Hopefully Gamecocks win. That's about.
Yeah, go Gamecocks.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. What's your predict? I know we all want the Gamecocks to win that. What's your prediction on it?
I think if Spencer has a good outing, I think North Carolina's secondary is a little young, a little they need some more time. So that be the case, I'd say we're going to score some touchdowns. So I'd say 35-17.
35-17.
Gamecocks.
All right, Connor.
Man, it all depends on which Carolina shows up. We
That's
all
a
know
big-
We
that.
always
that's a
tend to
big-
show up in Charlotte, though.
We do, but it's really. I mean, it's a game we need to win. You look at our
Yes.
schedule. There's not many.
Oh yeah,
There's some games.
There's
that's
no
just
give-mes.
It's a gauntlet of a schedule. You really, You really want to win this? I'll say, I don't know. If our defense can stop them, I feel if we can, our defense could hold Drake May, at bay. Don't let them just light us up. I think we'll be okay. I'll say, 24-17.
24-7.
South Carolina. I think. Hopefully that's no. I think it's gonna be close. Either way it goes down.
I'm on. I don't know all the ins and outs of like y'all do. I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't really either.
But
Call Daniel. He'll tell you all about it.
Oh yeah, he's told me all about it.
He's the one who told me about it. Most of it.
So I'm gonna say Carolina 21-14.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think it's gonna be quite a.
Does the winner get a bonus point on our?
No.
Okay, never mind.
We just get the
That a boy.
honor of saying
Yeah, good
I
job.
got it right. Yeah. So, have you looked at your fantasy team? Even?
I have not.
It just auto. I saw it just auto picked it for you.
I didn't know it was picking. When did it happen? I didn't
Friday.
know. Dang.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, me, Jeff, and Daniel all talked about this at work. We were just all looking at it like,
Because you don't know
are these
who
people?
Yeah.
I don't
Who are
know
these
how you do
people?
college.
it's actually, to me, it's more exciting than NFL. Because you don't necessarily always want in big, great players because they take them out for so many plays.
Well, yeah, and if they're playing, Furman.
Exactly.
They're not going to play the whole game.
My quarterback is for I don't even know his name, but like Utah State.
There you go.
You know who it is?
I have no
I don't
idea.
either. So,
I don't know.
but he's going to play every game, every down. I bet you.
Probably so.
We'll see.
So
Yeah, we'll see.
we'll see. All right, guys. Well, it's a exciting week for us. Oh yeah, I mentioned it. I want to ask y'all. Y'all heard the song "Richmond, North of Richmond"?
Yeah, I've heard.
Thoughts?
I like it.
It's
You
been
actually
huge.
showed it to me. It is.
Oh, yeah.
Been huge.
I heard he turned down like a humongous contract.
Yeah,
He's done
because-
turned down quite a few contracts actually.
Wow.
He's still making some money, but he
Well, I was
turned
fixing to
down
say-
the right, selling his rights and all.
Yeah, as of right now, he's estimated he's making right about $40,000 a day.
Yeah, I've seen that.
What?
Yeah,
Off of people listening to it.
yeah. That, and all of a sudden they've opened up all his other songs. They're just
Just
listening on
Yeah, all of a sudden
repeat
it
right
had-
now.
5 songs in the top 50 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that many, but it's
Yeah, well, he
What?
took up the top 3 songs
Yeah.
there on iTunes for a while.
Are you
So,
serious?
Yeah,
So people just
Crazy.
doing it just to.
yeah. Show the
Push it.
establishment. Put it
Wow.
to the man.
Wow.
I'm happy for him.
Oh yeah, me too. That's
But
cool.
he did say, I will say this, he was kind of upset. I'm not talking about go Tigers. Where's she?
Yeah, we ain't
Where they
even
going,
put. Yeah. Bye, Tiger.
I'm just saying, Carolina beat them last year
Yep. Whooped them by 1 point.
by 1 point,
We don't care. We won.
1 whole point. But he was, I ain't gonna say mad, but he was like, they were kind of how they used the song at the Republican debate.
Mm-hmm.
He has made it very clear many times he's not Republican or
Yeah.
Democrat. He has made that very clear. He said he thought it was funny because they were using that song or talking about the song and wanting to debate over the song, and he said the song wasn't written for Joe Biden. He said it's written for all of them on stage plus many more.
Right.
So it's all of you up there. So I can't disagree with him.
No, politicians,
part of it.
man.
That is all part of it.
Politicians.
Cool stuff. All right, guys. Well, we want to thank all of y'all for listening every week. All of y'all hanging out with us. All of y'all chiming in and talking racing with us. We appreciate it. If you haven't already, go give us a like, share, follow. Reviews. We like reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Give us reviews on, especially y'all on Apple. Leave us reviews. I think you can leave one on Spotify now, though, too. So go leave us reviews. Even on our Facebook page, leave reviews. The best one, we'll read it. Or the worst one, we'll read it.
Either way.
There was somebody left us a 1-star review one time.
Wow.
But they didn't say nothing. I'm just like, if you're gonna leave a 1-star review,
Well, yeah,
at least
tell
have
us,
something to back it up.
Tell us the reasoning.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess they just didn't like us.
That's fine.
Love you too, Ma.
Love you, Mom.
All right. Well, I reckon we're gonna head out. So see everybody at a racetrack this weekend, hopefully.
We'll be there.
Yeah, I'm ready for it, man. Y'all enjoy. Go watch a race somewhere. Good luck, you guys. Hope y'all have a wonderful outing Friday.
We're gonna need some luck, I think.
And
We hope to.
Sounds good. Y'all be good.
All right. Take it easy.
Later.